Are you cuddling with Daddy?
Yeah, she's a violent cuddler.
Are you trying to wake him up? You're like, Daddy, you get enough rest. He's ready. Guess where we are? In the US. We actually managed to check in. I think they got annoyed at me sending arrival, and they just granted us access. We are not denied in the country. Actually, that was yesterday. We just were tired. So now I'm gonna go put up the flag.
Look at you go. Wow, cool. That's my girl. There you go. Oh. That's right. You want to hold Daddy's finger? You were doing so much better then. Oh, yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
Come on.
You got it. Okay, here, I'll take one more step. Our little Coral is just so amazing. Only a little over 9 months and she's walking. I mean, yeah, she's doing a lot of assisted walking, but she has taken, well, Alex saw 2 steps. I've seen 1 step. We're very proud parents right now. Would you like a hand? You're a little confused? There we go. Little Speedy Gonzalez there. One of those steps. You got it. With that right foot. Come on. I know you're a big girl. Come here. There you go. Lift that foot. You're almost there. Just lean for it. Yeah. You got it. Oh, so close. Lift that foot. Oh.
It is a crazy small world. We are still in Fort Pierce, and we've met back with that friendly couple that we met back in the Exuma. He has a Formosa 51, beautiful boat, and they're the friendliest people. So Mike picked us up, and we are driving over to Tori's house, which we're gonna have a nice dinner, maybe go in the pool, get some laundry done, which is really exciting. I've been hand washing everything for the last 5 months, so having a washer machine is gonna be luxury, land luxury. And we're sitting in AC in a truck. Oh, this feels good. It is hot. Are you enjoying everything? Other than the car seat? She sees the little dog next to her. She's trying to talk to him, but yeah, that's not working.
When she makes that sound, she starts getting aggressive.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, say hi.
And I go, favorite song.
How's it going, Alex? How stoked are you to have laundry?
I will have to wash them and try to figure out how to hang them. This is amazing.
Thank you so much for your hospitality.
Of course, welcome. Welcome to Fort Pierce. Yay, we're having fun.
We're getting the full experience. Now it's time for the golf cart.
Yeah.
Sherry's, let's go on an adventure.
Finish my beer.
And Tori has clothes for me.
Do you want this or do you want a dress?
First time in Fort Pierce and adventuring. And we couldn't have any better people to do that with. The water.
We did this, there's a few. I have mine on here. This is my hometown.
This is pretty amazing.
Coral loves it too. She's back in the sand. This is how she learned to crawl.
So weird.
We felt the same way when we saw it in Soldier Kid. It was something similar, but not the same. Of course, because the cloud formation was different. But I've never seen anything with
special. Yeah, but you want to keep going.
It was sunny and gorgeous our whole trip.
Okay, no.
No,
No, you gotta stop. Stop.
Yeah, we can't go undig the baby turtles.
No disturbing the baby turtles, Coral. Leave them alone. Come on. You got all this beach to play with. Are you having fun, Coral? All right, you gotta stay out of the baby turtle zone.
It's not a baby coral zone.
It's the one part of the beach you don't explore.
It's like, I'm going.
Where are you going, sweetie? Hey? Where do you think you're going?
You look away for a second, and next thing you know, she's climbing up the stairs.
Yeah, you trouble already.
I know, you guys are like,
Oh
excited
boy,
for
this
first
is
step,
not a
but
good thing.
uh-oh, now look out.
Many first
We're
steps.
climbing the stairs on our own.
Oh no.
It's too
We are
easy.
in trouble.
Big time choices that you make to be able to live this way. But it's like you say, you're not working to work.
Oh man.
I know.
Good.
It's gonna be delicious. Sausage, chicken, pears. Not pears, peaches.
Yeah. All this space. Isn't it nice? Wow. Mom's loving it too.
We're gonna sleep in clean bed sheets. This is really exciting. These are the days you wish you had more space on the boat for your little one to walk around. Carl is just so excited.
Well, now that we're back in the States, I think it's about time to get the fuel gauge to work. So I just did some testing. I grounded the post on the back of the gauge where you're supposed to connect the sender to the ground, which is supposed to give the full range and motion of the gauge to make sure the gauge is actually functioning. The gauge has voltage and it's moving the full range. So that tells me it's either the wire to the sending unit or it's the sending unit itself. I'm gonna have to disconnect the sending unit and take a look inside and actually test the sending unit. So I'll put my ohm meter on the sending unit, move the arm up and down and see if it changes. But that's my theory, is that thing is the culprit against there. Yeah. No, okay, it's like infinite resistance for most of it. Here we are, back on the boat, back to boat shores. Got a dinghy full of water and some containers to carry raw water. Let's empty out the dinghy and fill up the sailboat. It's gonna take a while. I'm over fixing this dinghy. Probably because we're not doing it the right way. Actually, I've noticed polyurethane really doesn't work nearly as well as 4200. So I think we're gonna switch to that for any of our future fixes. But it's funny, one fix will last forever and the next fix won't. So it's gotta be my prep. I'm pretty sure last time I was a little too lazy and decided to just do it haphazardly, trying to get it done and sealed, because the floor just keeps coming out of our dinghy. And then we end up with a swimming pool. And eventually you get a good arm workout just emptying the dinghy. Good enough. Let's get going. I gotta try to find water somewhere around here. I'm not 100% where to get it, but we're gonna go explore and see what we can find. Well, let's go see if there's any water taps anywhere nearby. Always fun finding things when you first get somewhere. So I just asked inside the aquarium because I felt kind of weird going on the side of a business and taking water without asking. And this faucet is not the faucet you should use. There's a water fountain that I have to look for somewhere nearby, and I can fill up using that. But yeah, I always like to ask place, even though somebody else says it's okay, doesn't necessarily mean I'm okay with it until I double check. Oh, it's not ideal, especially since it doesn't work. Okay, well, I guess we're looking for another option. All right, let's see if we can find this other source of water that we were told about over by the shower stations here. I guess that'll work. It'll be slow, but better than nothing. So I think we're gonna try to fill up a couple here, and at least that'll keep us for a little while. And then we might go visit a friend's boat that we met in Bahamas, Arlo, I believe. I am terrible with names, and I feel so ashamed about it because somebody told me their name. I even make an effort to repeat their name multiple times, so I try to get it sunk in. We meet so many wonderful people, and I feel like the least I can do is remember their name. We're gonna go probably take a look at his water maker, because I've been really thinking about installing a water maker, or at least knowing more about water makers, so that even if we get a boat with a water maker, we can take care of the water ourselves and get it fixed up. Well, I got one tank filled. It was taking forever, so I just decided to get one, and we'll decide if we're gonna go there or get water somewhere else.
Well, we are currently on the Formosa 51. Which is beautiful, stunning boat with the owner being Captain Mike that we met in the Bahamas. So that's kind of fun. And we've reunited with them in Fort Pierce. And Carl's loving the freedom and the space of that Dinghy boat. It's gorgeous. And we're having supper, drinks, having some fun times with a bunch of people, making new friends. Woo! Yum, yum. Hook me up, sweetie.
Yeah. Always nice having
That's good enough.
on other boats. This is such an amazing boat, though. I mean, we've been on it already, but it's just gorgeous. Well, we got our new sending unit in the mail. Time to test to make sure it works. So I just wanted to show you a kind of stupid mistake I was doing while testing this earlier, just to see if it worked. I put my ohm meter at 2000 ohms. It's infinite, then when you touch it, it should go down to 0, then you know you have good wires to work with. So basically you just connect both ends to your two terminals here, make sure they're not touching each other, and you move your little potentiometer, which is in here, connected to the float, and it should change. And I was like, oh, well, they sent us a broken one. But stupid me, there's only one wire going to this potentiometer, so it needs to complete the circuit. And so you just touch it to the metal where it's going to be mounted, and now we have a change in resistance. So to be 100% sure that everything's working well together, and we're just going to hook it up to the same wires that go down below that hook to the sending unit. Turn on the gauge, and when I move this connected to the metal there up and down, you should see the fuel gauge move. I mean, you can of course follow their directions here. It's an adjustable 12-inch to 24-inch tank. I got the old one out, and it's the exact same unit, so I'm just measuring the arm length, cutting it to that length, and measuring this metal bracket down here. I'm gonna mount this in the same spot. I always had trouble getting it in and out, so I'm just gonna cut a little bit off this end, and that should make that easier. You rotate it so that the diesel return is in the right direction for your hoses. So ours actually was run back. I'm gonna turn it and make it run forward so that it's a little easier to work with.
We are in trouble with this little one. She's starting to climb everywhere.
But now she's on camera, so she doesn't want to show it. But she's putting her knee up here and her foot up here, trying to climb up over. We're gonna have to start knees down rules. Knees down, my munchkin. You troublemaker. Where are you going? Well,
Stuck.
you got yourself into that position. Now what are you gonna do?
Hey.
There you go. That's it.
Oh my god.
You got it.
Okay.
We've been taking notes. What are the notes for, sweetie?
Life is a little bit crazy right now. Corey and I have been talking how we need a bigger boat. We need something more stable, more blue water, and something for Coral to be able to run around a little bit more than in our boat. And life is funny. Life is really funny. So a few years ago when we first bought our sailboat in Port Colborne, we met that really friendly couple with their son who had a beautiful boat. I fell in love with that sailboat when I walked into it, and it's got a lot of the aspects that we want. And I was like, oh, that's a nice boat, but yeah, way later down the road, you know. And then as we were sailing from the Bahamas into the Gulf Stream before we lost internet, we noticed that they had put their boat for sale. So I'm like, oh my god, is this just a sign that we need to get that boat? So anyways, I kind of stayed as is, lost connection, lost into the Gulf Stream. And we just got off the phone with Steve and had a good chat about his boat, what needs to be done, what's included, and all of that.
That's what the list, that's what all that is for.
Yeah, lots of questions. And I'm sure there's gonna be way more questions. But the boat is in Canada. It's in the Great Lakes, once again. So it's a little hard, that's why we're trying to get a lot of information, because yes, we have been on that sailboat, but that wasn't looking at it from a buyer's perspective. We didn't pay attention to everything. Luckily, we know them, so we're feeling pretty confident that they're very honest with us and to telling us what needs a bit of love and attention. But yeah, so now we're like, whew, are we actually gonna buy this boat? A little bit excited. Don't want to get excited up until everything's finalized, because been there, done that, get disappointed. We might be getting ourselves a new boat. We'll show you later what it is. It's gonna be a sweet one, I think. But that means we also get to sail this boat. So, whew, there's a lot of stuff to be done now.
A lot of stuff to figure out.
Yeah, a lot of stuff to figure out. Our life has just gone crazy. And the squall seems like we are fully into thunderstorm season right now.
Always a little nerve-wracking with these thunderstorms, especially after hearing the story of Relentless Soul. They got struck and so much stuff got destroyed. I mean, not to mention you could have the chance of having a hole in your hull. And we're also close to the shore here, so if we get blown hard into shore, we're gonna be in some trouble. But at least our anchor's set good and we got lots of scope out, so fingers crossed.
Little Coral's not even afraid. Alright?
No, she's a tough little one. I think she's more curious what the sound is. Hey, what is it? Do you see the light in the sky coming down, making lightning and thunder? Oh yes, that's your growl. You're gonna teach the lightning and thunder who's boss?
Rain is coming. We're trying to put this little one to bed, but Are we going to do?
Going to bed?